So it's just before 10 a.m. She was gonna have to postpone poker. No biggie. I reached over 50,000 points and 600 daily points yesterday. Besides, it doesn't really go anywhere and they don't pay out, so it's really just a time waster. Kind of like reading anything, novels. I'd say textbooks would be most useful, but I'm not really good at learning. So, pretty sure this is the way to Hearts Open. Right behind me is the Motion Ammunition Hill, and I'm pretty sure right down this way, about 20-minute walk, is the Hearts Open. It's actually very conveniently located. If you can get to Ammunition Hill. You gotta take an ambulance. It really doesn't make a difference which hospital you get to unless you're critical. And you gotta get to a hospital like ASAP. But thankfully, I've never been critical, as far as I know. As far as I know, my cousin wasn't critical yesterday. And thankfully, I have confirmation that he's at Hearts Open. My cousin's social worker? I really don't know what she is. Well, my name's OR, who comes by the house, occasionally talks to him and makes sure he takes his meds and sometimes prepares food for him. Yesterday she was trying to organize the kitchen, although what she was doing seemed kind of redundant because me and Tepper were taking care of food. We're not so good about making sure he gets his medication. Well, the Tepper might be better at that because he's around. I don't know. Honestly, I would care more about him, but you know, his father has a lot of what's the word? I don't want to say courage, but something in that vein. He could so easily go to the Mistratopanium and argue with them that, you know, I deserve a 2.2. Or my aunt, when she was here for like 4 months taking care of my cousin after he'd had a seizure and lost his eye, she could have, you know, taken 1 day and gone there and fought with them. You know, could have called me ahead of time and said, okay, let's go and do it. You know, I mean, how many times have I sent them emails saying, you know, I want to care about your son. Do you care about me? You know, I want to help him. Do you want to help me? You know, and how many times I've asked them, are you going to help me get a 2.2? Are you going to help me get a 2.2? It's like, you know, we care about you. We're going to give you shelter. Happens to be out in the frickin' West Bank in a house that's like broken down. Front door doesn't close properly. My bedroom door is broken. The dryer died like 2 years ago. The washer died like, you know, half a year, maybe more ago. The kitchen fridge died like a year ago. I don't know when the AC died. I bought a new AC. I bought a new washing machine. I couldn't put a kitchen fridge on my card. My card doesn't have that kind of limit. It's like I can't even go back to Toronto when I got my new bank card because I can't put that kind of a charge on my card. You know, I could charge something like 500 shekel at a time, which explains why somebody fraudulently used my card. I'm thinking about tearing up my card when I get it, but honestly, since I got my last card, how many times did I take it out of my wallet? Twice. I had the numbers in my phone, so unless my phone was hacked, you know, and if my phone was hacked, then I'm screwed because my card is basically only usable online in Israel. You know, even the restaurant New Delhi where I can use my card on the app, I can't use the point of sale, as far as I know. My aunt's card supposedly works at the local Makolit, but I don't know if the card itself works or if they just put in the numbers and it works. And I've yet to try my card. Perhaps when I get the new one, I'll try it. I don't know. If memory serves, I'm going the right way to the that's Hearts Open. I honestly don't know if this is the route a bus I takes. I don't think so. So it does look vaguely familiar, but then again, I've been to the hospital a couple times, so. Been to Har Sofim at least twice. Been to Ein Kerem at least once. Been to Shaarei Tzedek at least once. Although Shaarei Tzedek wasn't for myself, it was to visit Rabbi Peretz. I would have gone again, but he himself is like, nobody's willing to lift a finger to help me get a Tudetsu. Nefesh Ben Nefesh told me in my first meeting, there's a note on my file not to help me. I'm like, what the fuck's up with that? And this rabbi named 6 appointments. I'd like to say 6 rejections, but one of the appointments, Fred backed off before even going to see them. I don't know. Something spooked him. I was there with Avram. I was there with Mordechai. I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of people are anti the state, but I mean, I used to have bad luck in life. I wasn't making it in Toronto. I don't seem to make it in Israel. I'm just barely getting by. And then this morning I hit the wrong button. Jessica's like, don't come back here. I'm like, what? You won't lift a finger to help me get ahead in life. But you want me to care about, what you care about? Shit rolls downhill. So rabbis do everything in their power to help a person. The parents do everything in their power to help a person. Then it goes the other way. Then we, in turn, do everything we can to help the other. If we don't, then, life goes to shit. At least that's the way it seems to me. There are those who are greater than that. Be kind and nice even when people refuse to listen to them and go against their wishes. And I definitely heard stories growing up about great rabbis who were like that, and people who would take in, desperate people off the street, and even if that person did everything to make that other person's life miserable, they would still give them a place to live and food and free reign in the house. But I think it was a different generation. I don't know of any such rabbis today, and I think the burden's on me, and it's like, I don't have the power to do that. I came here with specific goals, and they're going nowhere, and it's very, very frustrating. But at least today, thank God, hasn't even reached 25 degrees yet. So hopefully the 2 cups of water and the 2 cups of coffee I've had so far today will keep me in good stead for a little while. Worst case scenario, I've got close to 2 liters of water on me. 1.5 to 2 liters, something around there. There was another bottle of water I found by the light rail. It looked full, looked unopened, but the cap was broken. The cap was unscrewed, so I just left it for somebody else if they need. Somebody's in a dire strait. I'm sure they'll drink it. I'm not that dachuf. So I'm pretty sure it's just up here to the right. Should know in a few minutes, and I see that cemetery for soldiers who fell in the First World War. I really had no idea the First World War affected Israel. I always thought the majority of it took place in Europe. I wonder if my father's father ever served in any army, in the Canadian Army anyway. Some Canadian soldiers did serve in the First World War, possibly in the Second World War. I don't know of anybody in my family who served anywhere. In fact, as far as I know, the closest I ever came to somebody who served, other than, occasionally meeting soldiers and veterans. So I had a roommate for a couple of months in Crown Heights, Moshe Greenberg. He was retired, honorably discharged with disability. I think mental illness, trauma, something like that. Which kind of explains why they call it the Orator of the hospital. People come there with a lot of mental disabilities. Usually it's spiritual maladies, but sometimes it's trauma. I don't know what mine is anymore. Maybe I just don't have any luck. Okay, so I'm pretty sure where that bus just went, but I don't see a walkway per se. Maybe through there. Not sure. There's a crossing path just up ahead. But there's a walking path here, so I'm gonna try this and see what happens. Might not be able to. It does say walking here, so. Great. Okay. Okay. Green. So hopefully this is a walking path. I don't remember going this way last time, but an empty water bottle. People drink a lot of water in this country. Stare out Churchill. Was Winston Churchill good for the Jews? I don't know, but England fought on the side of the Allies, so that was supposedly a win for democracy. Although, if you listen to some rabbis, Judaism is a blend of democracy and communism and other political ways. To a certain extent, you're supposed to have a king, which is basically a dictator. To a certain extent, you're supposed to have courts, which is to a certain extent democracy. To a certain extent, we're supposed to support the poor to the nth degree, basically, which is kind of like communism. It's a little bit of everything. These days it's not so easy. There seems to be a lot of poor people and a lot of stinginess. Like collecting on the steps, it's like on a good day it's like 200 shekel and $20, And had prices been the way they were in the 70s, I could afford an apartment and I could take in a homeless person off the street, It's not like that. 200 shekel in a day, in a good day, that's food, buses, cigarettes, and a little bit of saving for like a piece of clothing, or saving up for the dentist, or where does this go? Uh-oh. Ein Knisa L'Klei Rechav. Okay, I'm not a campus, Charuv Children's Campus. I think somehow I got across the street. I don't think I'm going the right way. Okay. Oh well. I mean, it's partially the right way and it might lead me to the hospital, but if I didn't know I was going to children's campus, I would have brought one of my Legos. Oh, joy. I really don't want to cross the street in the middle of the street, but soldiers doing it. In Marva the whole Cherechev. But it doesn't seem that way. So we're just gonna hope and pray that this way is clear. And so far so good. Okay, good. There we go. Oh, joyous. Okay. This is that cemetery I was saying about and mentioned in previous videos. And should be the entrance of Hartzhof in about 10 minutes. I wonder if my cousin's awake. If he isn't, I guess I'll read some Tehillim, start some poker. And if he is, then I don't know, I might also read some Tehillim and play some poker. I don't know what there is to talk about. Sit around the kitchen table for a couple of minutes every once in a while. I was like, I'm gonna shoot the shit, but I don't have any wisdom for him. I don't think he's got any wisdom for me. As far as I can tell, both of our lives are a mess. Maybe that's what my aunt and former uncle were telling me. They care. It's like, yeah, the world's fucked up. Not much you can do. Give you shelter and hope for the best. Oh, joy. Thank God for sunglasses. And there's still plenty of time left in the day to go to the steps and collect. Hopefully enough time to go back to the old city and have lunch at Kol Chabad, assuming it's any good. I'd say like 70% of the time it's edible. Like 15% of the time it's like good. And then, you know, I got the other, was it 10-15% that's like, I don't really want to touch this. You know, but it's a soup kitchen. I assume soup kitchen, if it was 50-50, it's good news. Okay, here we are. There's University Hospital, Mt Scopus. Okay, and thankfully I got some music going. Try and charge my Bluetooth headphones every day when I get home, or at least when I've used them. I really don't know what I'm listening to. It sounds like Billy Talent, but the beat doesn't sound like theirs. I don't know. If you know Billy Talent, you know what I'm talking about. Song called Joyride, apparently. When your chips are down, when your highs are low. Joyride, I don't know. Okay, here comes the security. Gonna shut this off. Upload to YouTube. Catch you later.